Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm JT Shea, and you're not. And I'm here to welcome you to the magically unauthorized misadventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, the only podcast that is an audio series of everyone's favorite moose and squirrel that is completely unauthorized.
Translation, meaning that you did not ask for it, but here we are anyway.
Each episode of Rocky and Bullwinkle is recorded live as part of the good, the bad, and the geeky live from PACKRAT Comics in Hilliard, Ohio. A big set of kudos goes out not only to our live audiences, but the owners of PACKRAT Comics, who valiantly allow Moose and Squirrel there. If you'd like more information on how to see the show live, download past episodes, or to subscribe to us on iTunes, be sure to head over to gbgpodcast.com.
Oh boy! Archive! Not anchovy, the archive! Archive! Stuff.
If you've enjoyed the show, please head over to iTunes and give us a review. It sure does help us out a lot when you do.
Help us do what now?
And now here is this week's episode of the magically unauthorized misadventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
A thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful... Hi, everybody! Hi, Rocky! A loop, a whirl, a vertical climb, and once again, you know it's time for the magically unauthenticated misadventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Starring that supersonic speedster, Rocket J. Squirrel, and his pal, Bullwinkle J. Moose.
Quit being impossible, Bullwinkle, hurry up!
Nothing is impossible as a liar. I've been doing nothing for years.
Along with a host of others. In our last installment, you may remember that Reese Urcher, Rocky, and Bullwinkle were in a retirement home in the city of Tallahassee, Florida, where they found Captain Peachfuzz, who sadly seemingly had dementia, saying weird things such as...
I believe the word was jadip.
Reese, you forgot the extra P. It's G-D-I-P-P.
Isn't that what I said? G-dip?
Hey, I finally listened to that song. It's pretty catchy. I put your hand up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. I put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, we dip. Look at me, I'm doing what the kids call rump shaker.
That's a different song, Bullwinkle.
I'm sorry, we're still trying to catch up with all the lingo these kids call it.
Well, I'd say they wouldn't call it lingo, Rocky.
Perhaps you'd call it a tingo, Alpha Foxtrot.
He really just says words together, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he is my best pal. You really ask anything for, despite being really frustrating sometimes.
Meanwhile, following the three heroes into a restaurant where they discuss the sad state of Captain Peachfuzz and what he was saying, that devious duo Boris and Natasha were still following them in a comical bevy of cartoon disguises.
What are you saying, darling?
Boris is shocked as he hears Rocky, Bullwinkle, and Reese Urcher utter the words G-dip and G8.
Raskolnikov!
Speak to me, Boris. What is it? Speak to me.
Oh boy, maybe Femin Forsen don't look so bad no more, Natasha.
Don't you mean good?
Good is bad if you're from Pennsylvania.
What did you hear?
Natasha, they talk about G2.
Oh no, the Army and Ground Director of Intelligence?
Oh, they talk about G8.
The Director of Resource Management?
They also talk about G-dip.
The gosh darn intelligence people? Wait, I don't think...
No, Natasha, it is the General Defense Intelligence proposed program.
You know, I've been saying G2 for years and had no idea what it meant. How'd you know that?
When you're from Pennsylvania and are gunning for #1 spot of being bad, you need to know these things.
Apparently so. Next time, you might want to be the narrator.
You couldn't afford me.
Oh, Boris, so many government sections of the military and intelligence.
And Moose and Squirrel at center. Always is Moose and Squirrel.
Would it be bottom of it, Boris?
Natasha?
Yes, darling.
Shut up your mouth.
Bah, shut up your mouth.
Okay. But before I do this, here is no plan. We need to find out who these people are. This Director of Resource Management for U.S. government. He can lead us to the G-dip, who tell us about Upsidaisium.
With Boris and Natasha off to find out the G8 to lead to the GDIPP, Reese Urcher, Rocky, and Bullwinkle finish their meal and contemplate what is next, very much unaware that they had all the clues to proceed further.
So sad about Peachfuzz. You said he was the head of the so-called G2?
Yeah, but he kept saying G8.
Depressing. Such a brilliant strategist's mind going the way it did.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, at the table behind our heroes, two individuals sit.
Now there's something you don't see every day.
What now?
I said, now there's something you don't see every day, Edgar.
Oh, what is it, Chauncy?
A talking moose and a talking squirrel.
About what?
Huh?
What are they talking about?
Oh, about the military?
Mm-hmm.
A moose.
Yep.
And squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking.
Oh.
The two looked at Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Hey, what about me? What am I, chopped liver?
No, that guy over there is having chopped liver. You're eating a baked potato.
Yes, and Reese Urcher. Are you happy? All right. With these strange two figures listening in, what tidings did this bring?
Hopefully some sour cream, cheese, and bacon, and some butter. I like me a loaded baked potato.
Okay, so find out if he gets all the fixins in our next installment of the magically unauthenticated misadventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle called Lance Corporal Bullwinkle Underground, or No Impact, No Idea.
That was this week's unauthorized episode. Just a reminder that if you would like to download more past episodes, find out how to subscribe on iTunes, and more, please go to our website at gbgpodcast.com and click on the big letters that say Rocky and Bullwinkle. Just a little note that this podcast updates right here every Tuesday and is produced by D4K Studios as part of the GBG Presents podcast series. Did you enjoy the show? Maybe not enjoy it? Perhaps have a question or thought? Not sure who to talk to because your therapist ain't doing the trick? Well, email us at rockyandbullwinkleshow@gmail.com.
And don't forget about the legal mumbo-jumbo.
Tonight's show features characters like Rocky, Bullwinkle, Boris, Natasha, Captain Peach Fuzz, and more, who are characters created by J. Ward Productions and are owned by DreamWorks and NBC Universal. Please don't sue us. We do this out of love of these characters.
Yeah, but it don't matter to them, though.
Yeah, I know. But on behalf of the cast and crew of this episode, which you can find on our show notes, I'm JT Shea of the Drawing the Wrong Conclusions podcast and Night Gig Studios. You can visit us online at nightgig.com or check out our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/nightgig. Good night, folks.